As I'm sure many of you are aware, I've tried booking AEW in the past, and it's never really lasted long. Because, well, AEW has been so consistently good over the past 3 years that I've always found it difficult almost to believe that I could do it better. But, following the fallout from the Brawl out to All Out, I do feel like in the build up to Full Gear, there's been so much going on with AEW. So much turmoil that for the first time in a long time, I actually think I could do it better. And so, we're going to create an alternate universe. Welcome to Winning the War. And so my first episode of AEW, Dynamite, kicks off with Swerve Strickland versus Billy Gunn. You know, continuing the Acclaimed and Swerve and Our Glory feud. It's an easy match to have. Swerve obviously blames Billy for the defeat at Grand Slam. And, well, Swerve also kidnapped Billy last week, so it makes sense for them to have a match. And of course, Swerve Strickland does pick up the win, defeating Billy Gunn in 6:54 with the Swerve Stomp. They don't click, which is disappointing, but as I said, Billy is not the focus of this feud, or he shouldn't be. He is just an additional for the Acclaimed, so it's nice to see him in the ring, even, you know, he is older than all the rest of the DX members, and yet he's the one who looks in the best shape. Gets a 50 rating, 49 for Swerve, 39 for Billy. Not a great start, but not awful. And our first promo of the match is they're being interviewed by RJ City. And it's the best friends, Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, Chuck Taylor, and Trent Beretta. And Orange Cassidy basically says he has an open contract tonight. Well, Orange Cassidy doesn't say it. People say it for him. He's too lazy to talk. He's got an open contract tonight. Anybody from anywhere can come and sign this contract and get a shot at this All-Atlantic Championship. No matter where you're from, everyone's fair game. Gets a 42 rating. RJ City wasn't great. Quite a few people weren't actually good on that great on the mic, improvising. So a lot of these guys may need to be scripted for future promos. And our second match of the night sees Jamie Hayter defeat Rio in 10:35 with the Falcon Arrow. All part of the process, get Jamie Hayter over in game. Obviously, Jamie is massively over in real life at the moment. But in the game, in the mod, she is still unknown, unimportant, which I think is a shame. I think she should be higher up than that, so we're going to try and get her higher up than that before Full Gear. Gets a 48 rating, a 40 for Jamie Hayter, a 48 for Rio, and they have great chemistry, which is interesting to note. I'll definitely be thinking about that. But 48 is great stuff, gives Jamie a boost, big victory over a former women's champion. Not a shabby start. And then we have a promo face-to-face with William Regal and MJF. MJF now completely on his own. The firm's gone. The firm's left him. And MJF's just presenting the question, what do I do now? To William Regal. He's almost coming to him for advice. And Regal just responds simply, Max, when you sow seeds, it's your job to reap them. You make your own fortune in this. So yes, you're going to be facing Jon Moxley at Full Gear. I'm afraid, Max, it's time for you to have a taste of your own medicine. Let the universe do its karmic duties for once. Because, Max, before you get to Jon Moxley, you're going to have to fight every single member of the Blackpool Combat Club. Next week, you'll be facing Utah. The week after that, you'll be facing Claudio. And the week after that, just 4 days before you face Jon Moxley, you'll be facing Bryan Danielson on Dynamite. Max, you've got potential. But potential is nothing unless you fight tooth and nail to make it a reality. So basically sets up the storyline for MJF going into Full Gear. He's going to have to run his own gauntlet that he's made so many other people run. It's a 74 rating. Toni Schiavone's backstage with Jade Cargill, and Jade Cargill's basically going on a rant at Nyla Rose for stealing her TBS title. Gets her cut the shit Toni in. Needs the catchphrases. And she's basically saying that, Nyla Rose, you can pretend that you're still worthy of being a champion as much as you like. We all know you're not. You're not a champion. You won. Well done. But that was before I got here. Ever since I've got here, you've been nothing but forgotten. You've been forgotten every single time. Because I am the star now. Not you. Cut to basically just hyping up what will be the Full Gear match. Jade Cargill vs Nyla Rose. Building the storyline about this stolen title. Gets a 57 rating. And here is the open contract. Making an appearance from New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's Orange Cassidy versus Kazuchika Okada. Okada's come in and he is facing Orange Cassidy. It's technically Chaos versus Chaos. But Okada picks up the victory and he beats Orange Cassidy, which is a big deal. It's a big, big deal. Gets a 71 rating, which is the same, which is what Okada gets himself. 59 for Cassidy, which is great, but you know, I want to use Okada more, and having him as the All Atlantic Champion works wonders. Means we can use him as much as we want or need to. Kazuchika Okada is the All Atlantic Champion. And boy, I'm sure most people can work out where this ends. 71 rating. Because then straight after that we get a hype package for the Elite. They're coming back. They've been deleted. It is one of their Delete the Elite style videos. Shows them faded out, replaced by Death Triangle. Gets a 55 rating, which isn't too shabby. It's just a promo package, not too bad. Anna JAS defeats Willow Nightingale in 10 minutes 57 with a scissor kick. After Ty Mello does a bit of interference on the outside, you know, heel shenanigans, the numbers game. We all know how this ends. Jay gets a 35, Willow gets a 25, not too bad. I want to try and, second women's match of the night. I'm trying to push the women more than they do in real life, which I think will be a massive asset to this company because they have such talented women on their roster, which I feel like a lot of them are being underutilized. So Anna Jay vs Willow getting a match from Dynamite is great news. And also it involves Ty Mello. That's 3 women in this segment. Great stuff. 35 rating. Anna Jay picks up the win with interference. The Truthbusters are jobbers in this match. They're also going to be on Ring of Honor, so they'll probably be pushed a little bit on there to like a mid-card role. But on main roster, they are jobbers. Wardlow pins Slim J with the Splash Mountain Powerbomb. The Powerbomb Symphony, as we know it. Samoa Joe was better than everyone else. Slim J and Ari Daivari had excellent chemistry, and Slim J still gets a 19. God, it's a 31 rating, so it's 2 bad matches in a row. This might really negatively affect our overall rating. But we live and live. Miro cuts a promo to his god, asking his god to bring him back to what's rightfully his. To bring him back to what he never should have lost. My god, bring me back the TNT title. Miro sets his sights on Wardlow. Camera pans back to Wardlow in the ring. And he does look a little nervous, which he should. Hype up the fact that this is Miro coming back for the title. But a 90 rating, great promo from Miro. Not too shabby. Get a quick hype package for Powerhouse Hobbs. He's going to be on Rampage. We get Britt Baker backstage just chatting. And she gets interrupted by Saraya. And they have a bit of a back and forth. And Saraya wallops Britt Baker. Knocks her down and walks off. So she doesn't take any bumps, which is the key thing. We're not giving away the fact that she can take bumps straight away. But she's getting more and more physical as each week passes on. As this feud heats up, Saraya's getting more and more physical. 73 though, not too shabby. Jericho cuts a promo backstage straight afterwards, pretty much with Daniel Garcia. And he says he'll be addressing everything that she's going on the return episode of Ring of Honor, The Ring of Jericho, tomorrow. With Daniel Garcia. So yes, we've got Ring of Honor returning to TV on Thursday nights, filling the gap which doesn't have TV in real life, because no one watches Impact, do they? But gets an 89 rating, great promo from Jericho. Garcia will massively benefit from being in a segment like this. And yes, it also is a hype up for Ring of Honor, not only for the in-game audience, but also for you guys. Next episode will be a Ring of Honor episode. So I'm looking forward to that. And our main event match sees the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta take on the Firms, Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, and Ethan Page. Trying to like the Firm obviously aren't with MJF anymore, but they still attacked Moxley, so that set up this match. Also continues the dissension between the Hardy Party and Ethan Page, because they don't want to be in the Firm. They fight because they have to, they're being paid to. But they're reluctant. They're reluctant heels. They want to be the baby faces, but they're not at the moment. Which this is probably going to lead towards a pre-show match for Full Gear, so isn't too bad. Yuta and Regal have excellent chemistry, which is actually quite accurate. Yuta gets 45, Danielson an 81, which is great. Moxley is 78. Not too shabby. And what do we get overall for this show? It's a 73, so it does increase our pop in 30 regions. That is not bad. I think these late promos from Miro and Jericho really helped us there. Because I think without them we'd have struggled to hit a 70. But, well, let's get into Dark and just see what other matches we've got with some of our undercards. And Elevation kicks off with the Gun Club defeating the Butcher and the Blade in 12 minutes. When Austin Gunn makes the Blade tap out. Commentary team of Paul White and Daddy Magic Matt Menard didn't seem to go great, as none of them had the announcing skill. We will fix the commentary team for next week. I thought that was quite an interesting team, but to be honest, that was the default. I didn't actually change it. I will change that though for next week. It's a 30 rating though. That's probably going to affect quite a few of the matches tonight. Second match. Well, Matt Menard's on commentary. Angelo Parker is going to be in the ring. And he defeats Juice Robinson. 10:42 with the lung blower. Gets a 33 rating, so 41 for Angelo, 39 for Juice. Not too shabby. Also, just notice we actually got 3,200 people here today, which is great news. The Beasts of Burden, Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir, defeating Madison Rayne and Yuka Sakazaki. When Nyla Rose makes Madison Rayne tap out to the camel clutch, gets a 32 rating, 43 for Nyla, 40 for Sakazaki. That's actually a really good rating, so I might look at that in the future. Yuka Sakazaki is very good rated for her popularity. So that's an exciting thing to think about. 32 rating though, good stuff. And our main event sees Serena Deeb defeat Penelope Ford in 15:24 with a spear. Just these 4 matches tonight. Although the announcing skill really affected all of the matches tonight. So what do we get overall? 33. Well, time to find out what the rating and what happened in the world of wrestling today then. So, a 1.16 million for Dynamite and 5,000 for Elevation. Not terrible. Especially that Dynamite rating was very good, and the feedback has been great. Elevation was disappointing. I do think the commentary was a big part of that. So we're actually going to go straight away and change the commentary team. And I do think, yeah, we take Matt Menard off the commentary. And, oh god, who do we put? Actually, maybe we do keep Matt Menard in. Do we keep, maybe, Excalibur as the lead? Go for that, maybe? I think that works. So next week, while we're here, let's check the other commentary team. So, Darks, obviously Excalibur and Taz. Dynamite, Taz, Excalibur and Schiavone. Maybe we should give Excalibur a rest. He is on every single show. So if we give this Elevation, so lead play-by-play, to Toni Schiavone. I think that gives Excalibur a bit of a rest, rather, so he's not on all 4 shows. I think that is a pretty strong commentary team. And that is going to be where we end today's episode. We've got every single event is on the Sunday, the 4th of the 4th week, and every single Ring of Honor event is on the Saturday before it. So we've got Full Gear at the end of this month, and for Ring of Honor, we are building up to Survival of the Fittest. So that will be, the tournament for that will be starting in probably the next episode. So that's a great place to end it there. I'll see you guys in that said episode.